Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into Apache Ignite 3.0.
Uh-uh.
Now, before you think, oh, this is for like the super techie people, hold on.
Right.
Apache Ignite, it's really the powerhouse behind so many of the apps that you use every single day.
Yeah.
From like super fast transactions to, when you see those crazy data analysis, it's the engine that's making all of that happen.
Absolutely.
But, even the most powerful engines need a solid foundation.
Right.
And
that's where our sponsor Stonefly comes in.
okay,
They are the leaders in enterprise storage and backup.
I see.
Think like air-gapped immutable storage.
Wow.
It's basically Fort Knox for your data.
Oh,
If ransomware is keeping you up at night, Stonefly has your back.
got it.
Hit them up at sales@stonefly.com for a demo. You will not regret it.
Yeah, for sure.
So back to Apache Ignite.
Okay.
We've got an expert with us who can break down these complex systems in a way that even I can understand.
Hopefully.
So what's got everyone buzzing about this 3.0 release? Well, one of the most exciting things about Ignite 3.0 is how they've really made this powerful technology so much easier to use.
Okay.
They've really focused on making the whole experience better, whether you're like setting it up for the first time
Right.
or managing a huge deployment.
Okay, so you're telling me it's not just for the wizards anymore.
No, not at all.
I'm intrigued what's changed to make it so much easier.
Just imagine installing this really powerful software is now as easy as updating like an app on your phone.
Really?
They've introduced native Linux packages.
Wow.
So it's literally like a few clicks and you're ready to go.
Wow, that's a far cry from the days of, wrestling with those complicated configurations and dependencies.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just the initial setup.
Right.
They've also completely changed the management side of things with a unified command line interface.
Okay.
Think of it like a universal remote for your entire data infrastructure.
Okay.
Configuration management, even running SQL queries, all from one place.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like they've decluttered the whole toolbox and given you one super efficient tool to rule them all.
Exactly.
So what else have they done to make life easier for developers?
Well, they've tackled one of the biggest headaches for developers, dealing with all the different types of clients.
Right.
So before you had to choose between, thin clients, which were lightweight but didn't have a lot of features,
Right.
or thick clients, which were more powerful but also like heavier and more complex to work with.
Yeah.
Now, with this release, they've unified the client approach.
Okay.
So you get the best of both worlds.
So no more compromises.
Exactly.
You get the power and the features without sacrificing speed and simplicity.
Yeah,
That's a game changer for anyone building applications with Ignite.
absolutely. And this actually ties into another big shift,
Okay.
the move towards a unified schema.
Okay.
So it used to be that different parts of Ignite, like the SQL engine, the key value store,
Right.
and the internal data storage, they all had their own separate schemas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it created all sorts of issues with data consistency
Yeah.
and made development more complex.
Oh, I can imagine the headaches that must have caused.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like trying to fit puzzle pieces from different boxes together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now with a unified schema, everything is in sync.
Okay.
This means that your data is consistent across the board,
Uh-huh.
and developers can work with it in a much more streamlined way.
That's a huge win for anyone working with large, complex data sets.
All right.
It's like they finally created a common language for all the different parts of the system to actually communicate with each other.
Yes, exactly.
This reminds me of how Stonefly approaches data security.
Uh-huh.
They take all these complex security measures and make them super easy to manage.
Okay.
Air-gapped and immutable storage might sound intimidating,
Yeah.
but Stonefly makes it simple to implement, and it gives you that peace of mind knowing that your data is really locked down tight.
Yeah, that's good.
Seriously, if you're concerned about ransomware or data breaches,
Right.
check out Stonefly at sales@stonefly.com.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about easier setup,
Yes.
simplified management, and this unified approach to clients and schemas.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like Ignite 3.0 is all about breaking down barriers and making things more efficient.
For sure.
What else have they done to achieve this?
Well, they've made some big changes to the way that developers actually interact with the data itself.
Okay.
So they've introduced new APIs like table views and record APIs.
Okay.
These give developers more flexibility and control over how they access and manipulate data.
So it's not just about storing the data. It's about giving developers the tools to actually work with it
Right.
in a way that makes sense for their application.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about empowering developers to build the next generation of data-driven applications.
This is all incredibly exciting, but I think my brain needs a moment to catch up.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground already, and it sounds like Ignite 3.0 is packed with innovations.
Yeah.
Before we dive into even more technical details,
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to pause.
Okay.
We'll pick up the conversation in the next part of our deep dive,
Sounds good.
exploring some of the more advanced features and what they mean for the future of data-driven applications.
Awesome.
Don't forget, even with all these advancements in database technology, securing your data is so important.
It is.
And that's where Stonefly comes in again.
Right.
They are the experts in enterprise storage,
Yes.
backup disaster recovery,
Uh-huh.
AI storage, and cloud solutions.
You're sure.
They offer air-gapped and immutable storage that's ransomware-proof.
That's great.
Contact them at sales@stonefly.com to schedule a demo and learn how Stonefly can level up your data infrastructure.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Stay tuned because we're just getting started.
We'll be back. Welcome back to the deep dive. I'm excited to continue exploring Apache Ignite 3.0.
Me too. Last time we were like blown away by how much easier Ignite 3.0 is to set up and manage.
Yeah.
Plus that unified schema thing, brilliant.
It is a big improvement.
Yeah, but it feels like we just scratched the surface. What else is hiding under the hood of this beast?
Well, one area where Ignite 3.0 really shines is its support for more modern development approaches.
Okay.
I'm talking about asynchronous and reactive programming.
Ooh, fancy terms.
Yeah.
For those of us who aren't coding ninjas,
Right.
can you break those down?
Absolutely. So think of it this way. With asynchronous programming, you're basically telling your code, hey, go do this task in the background while I move on to other things.
Okay.
It's like sending an email. You don't just sit there staring at your inbox waiting for a reply.
Right.
You get on with your day.
Right. Multitasking for code.
Exactly.
That makes sense. But what about reactive programming?
Okay.
How does that fit in?
So reactive programming takes it a step further.
Okay.
It's about building systems that can react to changes in data streams as they happen. So imagine a stock ticker that updates in real time as prices change.
Right.
That's the kind of responsiveness you can achieve with reactive programming.
So it's not just about doing things in the background. It's about being ready to react instantly to anything that comes your way.
Exactly.
Cool. But how does Ignite 3.0 actually support these styles of programming?
So the key is in the updated APIs.
Okay.
They now have built-in support for both asynchronous and reactive programming. So for example, if you're a Java developer, you can use familiar tools like Completable Future and the Flow API.
Right.
And for .NET folks, it's all about using task and iasync enumerable.
That's smart. They're meeting developers where they are,
Right.
using the tools they already know and love.
Exactly.
It's all about making it easier to build these high-performance applications.
Right.
They can handle, huge amounts of data without breaking a sweat.
For sure.
Speaking of handling data efficiently,
Yeah.
let's not forget about Stonefly.
Oh, yeah.
They're all about performance and scalability too.
Uh-huh.
But on the storage side,
Right.
it's like Ignite 3.0 is built to handle these massive data sets with ease.
Yes.
Stonefly provides enterprise-grade storage solutions that can grow with your needs.
I see.
Plus, they're obsessed with security,
Okay.
offering air-gapped and immutable storage to
Right.
keep your data safe from all those nasty threats lurking out there.
Yeah, that's important.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if that sounds intriguing, head over to sales@stonefly.com and schedule a demo.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, now getting back to Ignite, one of the things that always comes up, when you're talking about distributed databases is transactional integrity.
Right.
Making sure your data stays consistent even when multiple things are happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's critical.
How does Ignite 3.0 handle this?
So this is another area where they've made some really impressive leaps forward.
Okay.
Ignite 3.0 introduces full transactional support for SQL.
Wait, really full SQL transactions?
Yes.
I thought that wasn't possible before in Ignite.
You're right. It wasn't fully supported in earlier versions. Okay. But now you can bring all those SQL-based applications to Ignite without having to worry about data consistency.
So no more workarounds or compromises.
Yep.
You get the full power and expressiveness of SQL,
Right.
but with all the benefits of a distributed database like Ignite.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
You can even combine SQL and NoSQL operations within a single transaction.
Whoa. That's like breaking down the walls between two entirely different worlds.
It is.
What kind of doors does that open up?
Well, think about applications that need to work with different types of data at the same time.
Okay.
Maybe you're storing user profiles in a relational database, but using a key value store for real-time analytics.
Right.
Now, you can update both of those systems within a single transaction,
Wow.
ensuring that everything stays in sync.
It's like they've created this ultimate data playground
Yeah,
where you can mix and match different approaches without sacrificing consistency or reliability.
exactly.
It's truly remarkable how much they've managed to pack into this release.
I agree. It's very impressive.
I have to admit, my head's starting to spin a little bit.
Yeah.
We've gone from, user-friendly installation to mind-bending transactional magic in just a few minutes.
It is a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in.
But trust me, it gets even more fascinating as we delve into the performance improvements and the possibilities for the future.
Okay.
That's what we'll be exploring in the final part of our deep dive.
Before we get there, though, I have to give another shout out to Stonefly for supporting this episode.
Yes.
And for keeping our data safe and secure.
Right.
Just like Ignite 3.0 prioritizes data consistency. Stonefly is all about making sure your data is protected and always available.
Absolutely.
They offer air-gapped and immutable storage.
Right.
Which means even if hackers manage to break into your system, your data is still locked down tight.
That's a great point.
Right.
It's essential to have a storage solution you can rely on.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're ready to level up your data game, head over to sales@stonefly.com and talk to the experts at Stonefly.
Sounds good.
Now let's take a deep breath and get ready to dive into the final part of our Ignite 3.0 adventure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We are wrapping up our epic journey into the world of Apache Ignite 3.0, and honestly, I'm still reeling from everything we've uncovered.
It really is a remarkable piece of technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
From that seamless installation process to the power of full SQL transactional support.
Right.
It feels like Ignite 3.0 is redefining what's possible with distributed databases.
Absolutely. But as we reach the final stretch of this deep dive,
Okay.
I keep coming back to the so what question.
Yeah.
With all these advancements, what does it really mean for the future of data-driven applications?
Right.
What new doors are now open for developers?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the answer is more exciting than you might think.
Okay.
Ignite 3.0 isn't just about making existing tasks easier or improving performance.
Right.
It's about unlocking entirely new capabilities that were just out of reach before.
Okay, you've got me hooked. Give me some examples.
Okay.
Paint a picture of what these new possibilities might look like.
Okay. So imagine a world where you can build real-time fraud detection systems
Okay.
that can analyze massive streams of financial transactions in milliseconds,
Right.
instantly flagging suspicious activity.
Okay.
Or think about personalized healthcare applications
Mm-hmm.
that can process huge amounts of patient data, identify potential risks, and recommend tailored treatments all in real time.
Wow, those are some serious game changers.
Yeah.
It sounds like Ignite 3.0 could revolutionize industries like finance and healthcare.
Absolutely. But it goes far beyond just those sectors.
Okay.
Think about smart cities where sensors are constantly generating this flood of data about traffic patterns, energy consumption, and environmental conditions.
Right.
With Ignite 3.0, you could build intelligent systems that optimize resource allocation, reduce congestion, and make cities more livable for everyone.
It's like we're on the verge of this incredible wave of intelligent, data-driven solutions that can actually tackle some of the world's biggest challenges.
Exactly. And what's so exciting is that Ignite 3.0 provides that foundation for these solutions.
Right.
It offers the performance, the scalability, the flexibility needed to handle these massive, complex data sets that are becoming the norm today.
It's like Ignite 3.0 is this blank canvas for innovation, empowering developers to create applications that were just unimaginable just a few years ago.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
And when you add in that enhanced support for asynchronous and reactive programming,
Right.
you can really see how Ignite 3.0 enables developers to build highly responsive, event-driven applications that can adapt to changing conditions instantly.
It's not just keeping pace with the evolution of data-driven applications. It's pushing the boundaries and setting the stage for what's to come.
I couldn't agree more. It's an incredibly exciting time to be involved in this space.
Before we sign off, I want to remind our listeners that while Ignite 3.0 is this incredible engine for data-driven innovation.
Hmm.
It's equally important to have a rock-solid storage solution to safeguard that valuable data.
Absolutely.
And that's where our sponsor Stonefly comes in.
Data security and reliability are paramount in today's world.
Yeah.
Having a trusted partner like Stonefly, who specializes in enterprise storage backup and disaster recovery,
Right.
AI storage and cloud solutions can make all the difference.
Absolutely. They offer air-gapped and immutable storage solutions that provide that ultimate protection against threats like ransomware.
Very important.
So if you're looking to build a truly resilient and future-proof data infrastructure, be sure to check out Stonefly at sales@stonefly.com.
It's worth it.
Well, it looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive into Apache Ignite 3.0. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling incredibly inspired by all the possibilities we've explored.
Me too. It's been a fascinating journey, and I can't wait to see what developers create with these powerful new tools.
To our listeners, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and given you a glimpse into the future of data-driven applications.
Sure.
If you're eager to learn more, we encourage you to explore the resources available on the Apache Ignite website and dive into the world of Ignite 3.0. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one building the next groundbreaking application that changes the world.
And remember, the only limit is your imagination.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.